And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to our second broadcast today. Welcome back to the 2025 GSL Season 2 Qualifier Part 2. I'm of course ZvP with you and joined by these amazing players and by the lovely people in the chat as well. Welcome one and all to the beginning of the end. We were live, of course, what, 6 hours ago? Technically, like 3 hours ago, four-ish hours ago we were live. We were casting the first part of the GSL qualifiers. Now we're here covering the second part, second of 3, as of course tomorrow we also have some more GSL qualifiers ahead of us. But this is not all that we have for you today. This is our second broadcast. So we have another broadcast in a couple of hours. In 5 hours time, DreamHack Dallas. DreamHack Dallas is upon us. So we do have a bit of a hard cutoff limit, but I believe we should be able to wrap this up before DreamHack Dallas does begin. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, puppy. Fingers crossed. But yes, we do have DreamHack Dallas coming up. Of course, we are going to be casting it here on the channel. We do have approval, I should say. We have approval to co-stream the event, so we can basically have like a viewer party, you know, watching and listening to the broadcast and restreaming it here and commenting over it as well. We do have permission to do that. But for the first 2 days, I believe, we are going to be casting as well. The plan is to cast the matches that are not being covered by the mainstream. So you're going to have the mainstream matches, and then we'll fight, and because there's so much happening at once and there's going to be so many matches, we will also be casting some of those other games here on the channel. So that is the plan, and again, that should be lasting around 12 or so hours. So yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Let's go, baby, let's go. But yes, it all begins here. It all begins first with the GSL qualifiers, and here we go. For those of you that were not here previously, we already had 6 qualifying matches conclude. 6 players have already qualified into the GSL, and now we are here to determine our next set of players. Up first, we have Solar versus Creator in a ZvP. This is in Group D, the final group here of the initial round of qualifiers. We are going to be wrapping up this group. It's going to be Solar, Creator, and Gumiho is waiting for the loser of this series. Let's go. Game 1 is going to be on ley lines as we jump into our Zerg versus Protoss matchup. Qualifying match. Let's go. Let us go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of ley lines, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Al-Qadzia Esports. It is a Creator. Here we go again. We are here, we are back, and the pressure is on. Bearing in mind the Creator, he failed to qualify for Season 1 of GSL. He's one of the many. If you remember, we had players like Creator, players like Bunny, Shin, Zaun, some of the best players in the world. They did not qualify for GSL Season 1, and now they're looking for a second chance here to make it through into the next event, into GSL Season 2. We'll see if they can. As a reminder, of course, there is a lower bracket, so there is a little bit of a safety net underneath them. And another safety net as well, as there is a last chance qualifier that our players are also going to be able to access. For now though, we do have our standard openers. When it comes to our initial ZvP, welcome to Ley Lines. Ley Lines is one of the more standard maps of the map pool. Not too large, not too small, right down the middle, just right. Likewise, when it comes to our players here, Solar has been relatively aggressive as of late. I say we've been seeing a lot of 3-base all-ins. We've been seeing a lot of 3-base play out of Solar, where he cuts workers at 66, does make a bunch of Hydras, does send it across the map. We'll keep an eye on his build of choice to see if he does go for a Hydra timing, as he's been very fond of it. But on a map like Ley Lines, he might be deterred. He might want to embrace a longer standard game instead. We'll see. Meanwhile, when it comes to Creator, I do paint Creator as the most defensive Korean Protoss player in South Korea, in the sense that he's not as aggressive as Hero and Classic. Which makes sense. Like, Hero and Classic can be very aggressive, very assertive, and very cheeky with their builds. Creator a little bit less so, but Creator, he has been actually poking out of his shell a little bit recently. We have been seeing more and more Glaive play out of Creator, even mixing up his openers, going into Archon jobs, so going into DT-based play as well. So Creator, he has been branching out, and we'll see how far he does branch out against Solar. For now, standard opener. Pylon has been thrown down, setting up for the Stargate. I would imagine. As Creator, he is set up. Likewise, Solar back at home. Hatch gas full, standard opener out of our Zerg player. does go for his initial save that opener, taking his third base. Tech of choice is thrown down, and oh, it's actually thrown down a little bit further back. Here it is, that's Twilight Council. I mean, hey, we just spoke about how Creator, he has been branching out as of late, mixing in Glaive Adepts, mixing in DTs, and this is an example of that. Not a Stargate, Twilight Council instead. Now, this could be one of two things. Typically, if he pulls out a gas, Glaives. Pulls out a gas, he's going to be going into Glaive Adepts. Otherwise, if he stays in, this looks like a Dark Shrine instead into a DT based opener. We'll keep an eye on the Creator as he does pull out. Okay, we have confirmation. So he pulls out 1 and 1. So we have 4 workers in total, 2 for each gas geyser. Mining gas. This should be for Glaives, should be for our upgrade. And there it is. Glaives are now on the way. So Glaive it up here from Creator should be 4 gate Glaives into an expansion. Bearing in mind, this is not an all-in. Now, there are all-in variations. If he had stayed in gas, then he could throw down 6 gateways. But because he pulled out, it's only going to be 4. This is designed to get some damage done, to apply pressure, to get some worker kills, and take a lead, getting into a longer game, getting into an expansion. As you can see here, 3 gates are on the way. 1 is already done, so 4 gate in total. So again, not an all-in, and Solar, it's going to be in him to determine what's going on. The Overlord Scout is denied by the Stalker. This is already very suspicious. This should force Solar to play safe. It could still be a Stargate, it could still be an Oracle with a fake-out Stalker, or it could be real. There it is, 4 minutes. 4-minute Roach Warren out of Solar, so it's playing very safe. He respects the fact that he cannot scout, so that something weird is going on, or something weird might be going on, so he goes for the early Roach Warren just to be safe, just to be secure. So safe response here by Solar. Adepts are spotted. Solar more or less aware of what's going on, as that's a lot of Adepts. And the Prism is spotted as well. So Solar knows. I mean, technically this could also be Glaive Adept plus DTs. That is viable as we pull back into gas. Interesting. So Solar back at home. Spores. Spores are on the way. He doesn't know if there are DTs. They could be a Dark Shrine. They could not be. So Spores on the way. Likewise, Stalker is looking somewhat exposed, but Solar, he does back off. Adepts are moving in. Again, we can warp in at 4 Adepts at a time. SimCity is not here. The wall is open. But 6 roaches are on the way. It's going to be on Solar to buy time for those roaches. As Creator, he does not commit. And Creator expands. As we mentioned, again, this is not an all-in. He is applying pressure. He is expanding, getting a third base. And Creator, he does race back. So Adepts, they can one-shot workers, so they can threaten the mineral line. They're keeping Solar busy. Solar is now droning. Solar, he knows he's safe, and the game will continue. Okay, we have some StarCraft. The game does continue now. From here, Creator is behind. Creator, this was a big commitment going into Glaive Adepts, and he didn't have to end the game, but he did have to get some damage. He had to trade and get some drone kills and deal some economic damage. The fact that he didn't, the fact that he failed to, is concerning. He gets 1 drone kill towards the end, but Solar, he's breaking out. He's moving out across the map. Now, Solar is droning, he's saturating, but he is moving out, and he can get quite a bit done here, but never mind. We got shield batteries, we have sentries, we have an Immortal. Creator, he's perfectly safe and sound, and Solar, he backs off. So he pokes in, he pokes out. Solar just posturing. The game does continue, and I'm liking Solar's position here. Getting his lair, Eva Chamber +1, taking his gases. Creator, he does move out. Solar does spot this. Oh, does spot the move out. Solar morphing in some Ravagers as a response. Creator catching out some Lings. Not bad. The Lings are shaved off. Behind this, Creator, he's taking, going for a Bay, going for Colossus. Lings, they do go for a run by, but last Creator, he does have a warping back at home. Creator, he will defend. Likewise, he does poke in. As he does poke in, rotating over. Does threaten the army. Pushing into the main. And again, Creator, he has no intention of committing up the ramp. He's only here to harass. Only here to harass and force out units from Solar. Stop him from droning. He has done a decent amount of damage. And when it comes to forcing out units. Again, Creator, he still needs more time. Building up his Colossus. Meanwhile, Hive is on the way for Solar. Getting ready for Lurker Tech, for Viper Tech as well. Oh. Nice catch. Creator getting a couple of drone kills. I say a couple workers they transfer in. Yeah, they do transfer at the same time, but we do force a recall. Creator's main army does get called out. Recalls back into the main. But again, Creator should have plenty at the third. As he has his Stalkers. Likewise, Upside do move in. Oh, getting another couple of drones. How many in total here? 10, not bad. 10 workers for only 3 adepts and 1 sentry. Nice trades here from Creator. And again, he's been building up that main army. Now, we are on a bit of the timer here. Solar, he is banking up. He's getting up into 80 workers, taking up into Hive, taking up into Lurkers. He's gonna be going into Hydra Lurker Viper. Solar needs a little bit more time. Meanwhile, Creator, he's here to break Solar before Lurker Tech. But he only has 1 Colossus. I'm not sure if that's enough. There you go, Lurkers now morphing in. There's 5 Lurkers on the way. But Creator's pushing in here, and now he's here to end the game. Lings, they catch out one of the sentries. Second sentry goes down. No more force fields. Yeah, no force fields, but the army does push in. Prism is safe. Files do not connect, and it looks like we are breaking through the Lurkers and not here in time. There is detection. There's 4 Lurkers moving in, but there's not enough Zerg. There's not enough Zerg here. The Lurkers are going down. 3 Lurkers left. Only 3. Can he break through? For now, getting top of the base, getting top of the expansion. Ravagers are going down. Yeah, and this death wall of an army from Creator, he does break through, takes down the expansion. Again, only 3 Lurkers. Creator, he can break this. He's so close. But he doesn't know what he's moving into. Now he does. Oh, takes down 1, takes down 2. There's 1 left. Oh, sorry, 2 left. And now 1 Lurker remaining. And again, 1 Lurker is not good enough. Once again, targeted down. 0 Lurkers left. And Creator, he's done it. He's broken the base, broken the army. 1 Lurker waddling in. And we spoke about a Creator. He was on a timer. There was a window where he had to break his opponent. He pulled it off. Pulled it off. He squeezed through that window. He was able to break on in. There it is, the final Lurker. Ooh, barely goes down. And without Lurkers, no defense. There's no way to hold on. The Viper, I mean, it helps take down 1 Colossus. Finally, 1 Colossus goes down. But there's still 1 more left. GG gets called, and Creator, he breaks on through. He takes game number 1, a lead in the series. Whew, GG. Creator takes the lead. Again, a very careful play there by Creator. Really safe as well. Creator, even though he opened up with 4 gate glaives, he didn't get any damage, and I was concerned. I was concerned by the lack of damage of Creator, but we did mention at the time that Creator was doing a great job at posturing, at forcing Solar to make units, at forcing him not to drone, not to tech, but also he was able to get some damage eventually. 10 drones. 10 drones over the course of the game was a nice amount of damage. And again, Creator, he couldn't really scale too well into a longer game, so he had to go. He had to go then and there, go for the all-in, go and strike Solar before Lurkers, and did break through just in time. GG well played with that. Creator takes the lead, and now we are jumping to game number 2. We'll see if Solar can recover, bounce back and force the ace match, or if Creator can qualify for season 2 of GSL. Let's go. Let us go. As we are jumping into our next game. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our red Zerg player from South Korea representing Team Falcons. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can force that ace match. It is a Solar. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss himself, representing Al-Qadzia Esports. It is a Creator. Thank you so much for all the kind words in the chat as well. I appreciate it. I know it's going to be a big day for us. It's going to be a very busy day for us, and I mean busy weekend more than anything. But thank you. I appreciate it. Hot 386 in the chat. Senju, Noam Chomsky as well. No screen. Thank you. Share, man. Share. Do appreciate it. Classic. As hold on, I'm just setting up the stream title on YouTube. Hold on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, as we are setting in so far, hatch gas full, standard opener out of Solar. Likewise, we have our own gate expand. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we'll do our best to make it through the weekend. I did order some food, so we should have plenty to sustain ourselves throughout the weekend. Likewise, I have my tea ready. Good to go. So far we are settling in. And thankfully as well, we should be having like a short break in between casts. I mean, I need that break to set up the stream and set up all the overlays. There should be like maybe an hour break in between GSL and DreamHack. But we'll see. We'll see. See how things do progress. If we get a bunch of ace matches then add it, then I don't know. But now Solo going for his third. Likewise, Creator setting up on 2 bases. We have our takeovers once again. Twilight Council. I mean, the last game was honestly, it must have been a good feeling here for Creator. It does bode well for him, I should say, considering that he did not get any damage with his Glaive Adepts. Remember, the initial Glaive Adept timing got 0 damage, technically, as in it killed no drones. Did force a reaction, that is true. But why not do it again? Okay, sure. Twilight Council's on the way. Now, we can still pull out. Yeah, there we go. He does pull out a gas, so 4 gate Glaives. Same build, same opener, 2 games in a row out of Creator. And we'll see if he's as successful. We'll see if he's even more successful. As Creator does pull away. And this is kind of like the mantra that you want to go be, or that we're kind of adopting here. The idea that, you know, what are the odds that my opponent believes that I'm crazy enough to do the same thing 2 games in a row? And Solar likewise. He's like, he's not crazy enough to do it 2 games in a row, right? Like, is he? He is. That's a aye. He's crazy, man. So once again, 4 gate Glaives. Now we're going to be reaching the 4-minute mark. We'll see if Solar does respond with a, yep, there we go. Roach Warren is on the way. This time a little bit earlier, 3:48 Roach Warren timing. So a bit of an earlier Roach Warren. Solar once again playing it safe. Now, what I will say very quickly here, there is a big difference between ley lines and ultra love, and that is the rush distance spike round. Solar, after he defends against this, if he doesn't take much damage, even without roach speed, he can counterattack. He can counterattack and he can punish and he can try to contain Creator on 2 bases. That's a big difference here. The fact that the slow roach army of Solar is going to be more threatening here compared to ley lines. So that is a concern. Adepts are moving out. Prism has arrived. Link production has begun here for Solar. Does break in. And the wall is solid. Creator does wall behind it. And Epsay threatening a dive. So far, they shave off a couple of lings. Nothing crazy. Going for the queens. No transfuse. Oh, the queen barely does not go down. And queen does survive. Likewise, lings across the map. They did kill that stalker. Adepts warping into the main. This time Creator is committing a little bit harder. Does spot the army. Creator shading in. Okay, now is the time to lock in for Creator. As he does catch a couple of reinforcing roaches. Is getting some damage. But you see in the production tab, more lings, more roaches on the way. Solar, he's not droning. And I believe he will be counterattacking. As Creator shaves off more lings. Immortal production has begun. Creator staying on 2 bases a little bit longer. Now looking to expand. Oh, is denied. Clutch transfuse. Adepts say race back home. Creator just trying to keep Solar busy. And Creator, he is just now expanding. Again, a little bit of a later expander. Here come the lings. Here comes a counterattack. Roach is being kept at home. Lings, they will strike. They do come in for the surround. Getting himself the adepts. One of it does full. There's no expanding. Yeah, there's no expanding here. The third base is denied. As you mentioned, I mean, this is less successful this time for Creator. Let's get into the mineral line, though. It's a drone. As I say, one gets 8 drones. Okay. Takes on 8 workers. That's decent damage. But Creator, he needs that expansion. Back at home, where's the army? Solo panicking a little bit here. Just not pulling back. Oh, the drones there, yeah, they were hooked with the army. So a little bit of miss micro there from a Solar, a bit of mistake. They were a part of the army control group. Now going back to mining. Lost mining time there for Solar. Solar getting stressed out. Creator back at home, he's expanding. He's expanding, still warping in more depths. Meanwhile, Solar, he's getting into roach speed. He isn't moving out yet, but he's building up, and he's not droning. That's what's important here. Looking at the production tab, I mean, Solar, he was a little bit supply blocked, but he is not droning up. He's making more lings, more roaches, more ravagers. And welcome to Ultra Love. It's not about droning, not on this map. Adepse do threaten a shade. He does commit into the natural. Adepse going in at the same time. Massive warp in. Where are the vials? They're not here. Yeah, they're not here at the same time. Lings, they bust into the main. They bust into naturals. All probes are going to be going down. We're going for a base trade. Yeah, workers are falling left and right. Meanwhile, Creator, he does have the high ground. I want to say the Creator can take this fight, but it's going to be closer. Just so many roaches. Nice control. Nice juggling. Creator, he does cut back, but back at home, he's losing everything. Yeah, late reaction. Late warp in. And Solo holds. So he's holding on. I say that, never mind the roaches, Jesus. They do a lot here. I think a lot of extra DPS. Nice control. Yeah, delicate micro there from Creator, but last year just too many roaches. Creator, he's forced back, and Lings are still wreaking havoc, and this Ling run by has just one solo of the game. Creator, he's on 3 bases, but he has no economy. He has lost so many workers, I'm afraid to look how many. 41 probes have gone down. The Lings popped off. And Creator has nothing left. He has nothing left. If it wasn't about Ling run by, with his reinforcements, he would have been able to break through. I mean, it would have been close. Would have been close there. But last Creator down to 17 probes. 1 base saturation. Not even 1 base saturation. As he rotates back over. And GG gets called. There's just nothing left here for Creator. And Solar, he will tab the series 1-1. We are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. We are going to game 3, and again, it was bold of Creator to go for the same build 2 games in a row, as we saw, especially on Ultra Love. Solar, the counterattack potential was there, was a lot more accessible, and we saw that he was able to cancel the third base the first time, delayed even further, and of course, he was able to snipe the probe first, then cancel the third base, and then of course pop over that Ling run by as well. Like the counterattacks, the Ling run bys from Solar were the MVPs in that game. They made sure that Creator, he was not stable back at home. He had to waste warp ins back at home as well, and even then he was just losing far too much. GG well played. We're going to the ace match. We're going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Jumping into that ace match. And spawning in the top right hand corner. In the top right hand corner here of Tokamak, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Team Falcons, tying up the series and forcing the ace match. It is Solar. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player from South Korea representing Al-Qadzia Esports, being forced into game 3. It is a Creator. Are you planning to sleep in the next few days? Only a little bit. Only a little bit, Pappy. We'll be fine. We don't have time to sleep. We only have time for StarCraft. Let's go. Let's go. Salt on some oolong tea. Let's go. We'll see some Lambo games if you can. That all depends on what other people are casting. Basically, we do not have permission to cover, in regards to the open stage and the open bracket, we don't have permission to cast what the mainstream is casting. So if the mainstream are covering like Maru's games or Lambo's games or Cyril's games or whoever they decide to follow, we will not be able to do that or cover that. We'll be branching out and covering whatever is not on the mainstream. I haven't checked the schedule yet, so I don't know. I would imagine that like maybe one group is played at a time, or maybe two groups played at a time, and have to double check the schedule. But we'll be getting into that later. Like after we wrap up the GSL broadcast, then we'll have a look at the groups, we'll have a look at the scheduling, and we'll try to figure out where we want to go. So we'll see. We shall see. What I can guarantee though is there's going to be a lot of amazing games, because again, if you know the participants table, like the amount of players, the caliber of players in the open stage is insane. So I don't think there's going to be a wrong answer. It's going to be a lot of good games, a lot of good matches. We'll do what we can. For now though, we're getting into the ace match. For now, we're settling in. We do have our initial openers. Solo Force take the unnatural natural, and welcome one and all to Tokamak. Tokamak is one of the larger, more defensive macro maps in the map pool. I would expect a creator not to go into Glaives again. I don't like the idea of doing it 3 games in a row. Based on the placement, it looks like a Stargate. There we go, Stargate for creator. For the first time this series, again, creator, he doesn't have to go Glaives, doesn't have to be aggressive. I would have preferred this last game as well, to be honest, but it's okay. We're going for this on Tokamak. And this is where creator is going to be a little bit more comfortable getting into a longer game, getting into a 3 and 4 base setup. Likewise, we'll see if Solar is cheeky himself. Does he want to embrace a long macro game against creator of all players? Does he want to try to end it early? Does he want to be more aggressive? We shall see. So now it is going to be the initial Oracle opener at a creator, double adept in between the bases. Will threaten a dive. Doesn't quite commit. And from here we should just be building up. The first Oracle moves out, so creator is getting in position to expand. And when it comes to our take of choice, we're keeping an eye on a couple of different things. We're looking for Solar's Roach Warren timing, we're looking for Solar's Evo Chamber timing, and his Lair timing as well, to give us an idea of where Solar is taking us. You know, there's that third base on the way. So creator, he is expanding. Likewise, does poke in, does confirm. Again, this time there's no early Roach Warren out of Solar. He knows he's safe. Twilight Council on the way alongside a Forge. This tells us +1 and Blink. Should be +1 and Blink Stalker out of creator. Settling into a standard game. From here, we can build up, get into 3 bases, work towards a 4th base, get into Blink Stalkers. Our next big sign for creator is keeping an eye on his gateway counts and keeping an eye on his gases. Oh. If he takes extra gases, he's going to be taking up in towards either Storm or Colossus. If he doesn't take his gases, then he might commit into 3 base play. So keep an eye on creator. Likewise, yep, there are the upgrades, +1 and Blink. Meanwhile, safety Roach Warren out of Solar, okay, so he does not go Evo Chamber first. Solar is playing it safe. If he wanted to go into Ling Hydra, then we'd see an Evo Chamber and +1 melee. The Roach Warren might just be for safety. He might just avoid Roach production entirely and go for a later Evo Chamber. We'll keep an eye on him. Oracle's 8+ into the natural. 2, 3 drones going down, not bad. Lings, they do counterattack, but alas, Creator, he should get away in time. Up, losing one Adept. Just the one. He does get away. Behind this, throwing down a Robo. Still saturating. Again, we're waiting for our gases here at the third. But there's no crazy gateway explosion, so we should be taking up. And there we go. There are the gases. Gas is being taken, so Creator should soon be looking towards a fourth base. Once again, Solar being active, being aggressive, and oh my god, we're going for an all-in! Okay. Roach production has begun. We have Roach speed on the way, but that's not the sign. The tell is Overlord speed. Overlord speed is a rare sight here in this matchup. You don't get it for scouting. You can scout without it, so this should be for Drop Lord play. For, I would imagine, a Ling, Roach, Queen all-in across the map. We are saturating on 3 bases. We have 66 workers. That is 3 base saturation. 4th base just for Larva. And Solar, he is going to commit. We are waiting for those Drop Lords. Oh boy. Creator, he has no idea. Creator, he is somewhat being active. He's taking up into a Bay, into a second Robo, into Colossus production. But Creator, he's expanding. He needs an army right now. He needs shield batteries. Shield batteries, cannons. He needs to get ready, but he doesn't know what he needs. Doesn't know how much danger he's in. Creator poking forward. Overlords are moving out. Here come the Drop Lords, as we mentioned. Drop Lord on the way here at the natural. Oh, the hallucination does spot it. He knows. Yeah, now he realizes now he should be backing off. Back at home. Shield batteries are on the way. He's getting 1. We need more. We need more than that. No. Getting up to 2 shield batteries so far. He's got that 1 cannon. Warping in Sentries, warping in Immortals. There we go. Now, yeah, he recognized. He recognizes how much danger he's in. As Drop Lords, they are still morphing in. They're continuing. So it looks like Solar, as he pushes into the 3rd base, is going for a Ling drop into the main. Station Trap slowing down the army. Creator trying to engage ahead of time, picking up whatever he can. Up! Stasis is baited out. Creator picks up a couple of Roaches, not bad. Not a bad start. Colossus and Disruptors are on the way. Ling drop into the main. Solar, he is moving in. So far, Creator kiting well, but is he ready in that main base? Likewise, yeah, the 4th is cancelled. The 4th is cancelled. There's no saving it. There are units in the main. Takes out, oh no! The Medivac takes out a full Drop Lord. Not bad. Nice snipe there. Nice defense from Creator. He's holding on. Meanwhile, Solo going right down mid, at least trying to. Creator trading well, pulling back. Meanwhile, the Queens are spreading creep. And Solar, he drones. Solar, he just now starts droning. This droning is late for Solar. Solar, he has realized, he has recognized he's not going to do this. He realized that he cannot break Creator. He doesn't have enough. Solar, he loses confidence. And now he's droning. Now we start plus 1 range at 9 minutes. Plus 1 range has begun. Hydra Den, Lurker Den, Hive is on the way. Solar, he's now trying to transition out of this. But he committed so hard. And he did not do enough damage. He killed a pylon. He denied a base. He's so much. Look at the efficiency. That's crazy. He killed 1 Stalker. No shot. He killed 2 Stalkers and 2 Adepts and 1 pylon for 87 Lings and 10 Roaches. That's crazy. That's actually. I knew Creator was trading well, but that's insane. Oh my god. And I mean. This paints a picture. This is... Creator, he trades well, to say the least. He killed 100 Lings. Killed 100 Lings. Solar is backing up. For Solar, again, he's trying to transition to a longer, later game, but this is all late for Solar. He is so late. And Creator, he's here to end it. He's here to end the game. Creator, he lost 2 Stalkers and 2 Adepts. And 1 of them died at the start of the game. Bear that in mind. That's crazy. And here we go. There's left. And we do have some Lurkers on the way. True. Lair Tech Lurkers. They're morphing in. Okay. Solar, he can hold. He can hold with this. That's a lot of Lurkers. Detection is available. Nice dodge of the piles. Now, these Lurkers aren't ideal. They don't have a lot of range, but they can hold the line. Right now, the win condition for Solo is just Turtle. Just Turtle up. Turtle and defend. Nova's going up. Nice connections. At the same time, Lings, they do hit the left-hand side. Creator, he's maxed out. Solo, he's in a little trouble, but he can try to survive here. He's not quite in position. Yeah, Solo is too far back. He cannot save the base. He has to move forward. Shows those Novas. Novas are ready. First two Novas going up. Ooh, brutal connections. Take down two Lurkers. The base goes down. And Solar, he cannot keep up. Like, the Lurkers, they're buying some time. They're stopping Creator from advancing. But, oh, God, they don't really stop him. Oh, God, they're not stopping him. It's not working. Takes down two more Lurkers. And Creator taking it slow. Does poke in. Nova going up. Ooh, connects with the Lurker. Yeah, and he will overwhelm. Nice abductions. Nice blinding clouds as well. Solar fighting as best he can here. Blinding cloud abducts. But it's still too much. It's still too much. Every Lurker does fall. And Creator, he failed to qualify in Season 1, but Creator, he will qualify for GSL Season 2. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations, Creator. He will qualify for this season of GSL. Last season, he had a really rough time. He did not make it into the main event. This time, he will. Congratulations. Congratulations here to Creator. He will advance on over his opponent, over Solar. Big win for Creator. And Solar, he is knocked down to the lower bracket for another chance to qualify. GG. GG, well played. Again, Creator, when it comes to this series, he had a really interesting game 1 and game 2 going into Global Depths. I was most impressed by game 1. Game 1, the fact that Creator didn't really kill many workers, but was able to pull off the transition, the follow-up anyway, was very impressive. If you remember, game 1 was Creator failing to get too much damage done with his Global Depths, but turning that into a 3-base all-in where he was able to break Solar just before Lurker Tech, just before Hive Tech as well. It was a very clutch game 1. Game 2 was Solar punishing Creator for going for the same build 2 games in a row, especially on a smaller map. Solar, he was just all over Creator in game 2. Game 3, we mentioned how, hey, welcome to Tokamak. It's a longer map, it's a larger map, it's a macro map. It is easier to defend on 4 bases. We stand by that, and it shows here as well. It was difficult for Solar to push in and to commit to the all-in. There are just so many points of elevation, so many ramps, so many choke points on Tokamak. The map was working against Solar. Likewise, Creator, he thankfully did recognize in time. I was concerned, but if you remember, at a certain point, he was able to scout the Dropper Lords, and he saw the roaches, he saw lack of drones, and he backed off and threw down a wall of shield batteries. Not just that, he had Stalkers ready in the main. Very impressive. He had Stalkers ready in the main base, so the Link drop did nothing, and Solar, he just fell apart. He fell apart then and there. Again, a very impressive defense there by Creator. And with that, GG, well played. With that, Creator, he does qualify. And up next, we have our next series, the next best of 3. It is going to be a best of 3 between Solar and Gumiho. As Solar, he does have another chance to qualify. He's going to be going up against Gumiho to do so, though. Oh boy.